So what's up everybody, it's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here with yet another double Marvel Legends review. We've got here Ikaris and the Red Widow from the Marvel's Zabu Build-A-Figure wave. Right now this is only two of the figures of this wave I can find, and it is probably, if not the bottom two, at least part of the bottom tier of the figures that I wanted from this wave. Yeah, I know, real wholeheartedly excited review for this one. But, I'm gonna be honest, I did not have any desire for Ikaris in my collection. I don't think I've ever read a single Eternals comic in my life. Now, I am familiar with Red Widow. She was in that Avengers story arc when they were all fighting for the Phoenix Force, which was kind of cool. But, I already know I have some misgivings about this figure because of her cape. Once again, I know, real promising review. So sit back, sit tight, this should be a fun one, to say the least, of positivity! Yay! Jokes aside, I mean, things do look good in the presentation. Artwork is very cool. Again, Red Widow from the comic. Silent, mysterious Red Widow is an assassin trained from in the Red Room to serve with the Winter Guard. So she's at least going to go with my Winter Guard display, because I do have a good... I've got Red Guardian, I've got Dark Star, I got Ursa, so, and I've got Crimson Dynamo, so she at least has a purpose with my collection. Whoops, sorry about that. And then Ikaris from the Eternals. Literally, I think the only Eternal I ever really wanted to get is Cersei, but I don't know why, I just haven't gotten that 2-pack yet. So once again, good times. Let's get these guys open and see what they're like. So here we have Ikaris. The Eternals was a Jack Kirby, was definitely Jack Kirby's creations, and you could definitely see the Kirby influence on his design with the discs, the lightning bolts, and all. Bold gauntlets to it. This is, I will say this is a Kirby design brought to life. And that's pretty much what he contributes to my collection. I mean, there's a lot of hard sculpting on this body. I'm not gonna lie on that. I mean, these boots, I'm hoping to see these boots and gauntlets again. They're actually pretty cool. That's probably one of my favorite things about it. And then we've got these discs on here. All this is sculpted on, not tampoed on. I mean, it's impressive. I'll give it that. And that face sculpt, very bold. It's almost He-Man-esque in a way, which, ironic, because we got Khazar coming in, who's also very He-Man-esque. But, and it's all through and through. Again, the plastic, there's something different about the plastic these days, and I like it. It's got that heft to it, kind of like how She-Hulk was. You know, the muscles are well defined. But, I mean, that's not bad. The sculpt, the material's absolutely solid. Accessories, he comes with, aside from the Build-A-Figure part, 2 grabby hands. And that's it. You know, it's kind of like, it's a bit of a letdown. I mean, they did have that Ikaris from the Marvel movie that we don't really want to talk about, because I know I sure as hell didn't see it. But he at least had that eye blast head. I really think this guy should have had that. I think that would have really benefited this figure, because aside from that, this figure does not really offer anything. This is gonna sound, it's kind of rough on that one, but yeah, the articulation might as well be Bucky Cap in a way. There's no butterfly joint here. The rubber tunic here is cool, but it kind of gets in the way of the waist swivel. He's got the basic joint crunch here. Again, that stripe's going all the way up, and that again is sculpted on. There was money put into this figure. And it's a shame that that money went into Ikaris, if that makes sense. I mean, I have zero connection to this figure at all. None whatsoever. I think I've got more connected to a if they made a Star Fox figure or a Jack of Hearts figure than this guy. Exactly. If you know who Jack of Hearts is, cool, but that's kind of what I mean here. He's got the muscle definition. I mean, it's this is a cool figure, but I got nothing with this guy. He's supposed to be a flight guy, but again, since he's got that other style, that new neck, he can't look up to save his life, so he's not even going to be flying. I can have this guy standing and looking all arrogant, and that's what he's got going for him. So he's got that, and the Build-A-Figure piece, which is really why I bought this guy. So unless you are a die-hard Eternal fan, you're buying this just for the for the Build-A-Figure part. I hate to say it, but let's look at Red Widow now. So here we have Red Widow, and I'm gonna say this. Red Widow here is reminding me of why I was getting out of Marvel Legends. Yeah, I know. Things are going so well in this review, folks. Power of positivity. As you can see, I am currently holding her because she will fall back because of this cape. This cape looks kind of cool, but this is almost very McFarlane-esque. They thought they were more thinking of the sculpt versus how this actually would work as an action figure. Because right now, with this cape on, I can't even stand her. I can't stand her because I can't even stand her. It's making her back heavy, and I can hardly do anything with it because it's a hard carapace. You know, she can look left and right. Cool. The collar's so high, she can't look up. This arm here is essentially trapped in this section here. I can have her hold the weapon forward, which is great, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. And that's yay. But you can pop her head off and then remove this monstrosity, which is kind of a shame. It does have some cool folds to it, but you can remove this and actually then have an action figure, which is nice. She comes with more than Ikaris does, because one, we have that cape thing, but we also get another pair of hands, which is fist and gesturing hand. I do like how the Widow symbol is put on the back of these things. They're not, it's just painted on. It's not a sculpted on. And she has the weapon, which is the same one that Daredevil had with. Daredevil review. Over here. This is the Shriek body, I want to say. So it is all pinless, which is nice. And the head is on a disc joint. As you can see, I mean, the hinge. This is on the disc hinge, but the collar kind of prevents her from actually looking up. I do like these little rope tassel things around the waist and legs, though. Those are pretty cool. Hope to see those again sometime. And at least this way, then, you can actually get some articulation out of her, and kind of, you can use her as a Crimson Shadow ninja, I guess, or something. But you have to lose the cape for that. Oh, and she does have the Widow Hourglass on her stomach. Cool. Alright, before I get to final thoughts, I have to say this. Just for kicks, I was popping his head off to see what I could do with it. And this is on the disc hinge head. But he still can't look up because his freaking hair is in the way. So, yes, because of his character design, I can't it still prevents me from having fun with him. Go figure. Now, why did I pop his head off? Just for the heck of it, I did want to see if his head would fit on other figures. The ball joint's a little big, but it does actually look kind of cool on the Carrick body from Action Force, so I was just kind of seeing how that looks. So I will say, yeah, the head sculpt is probably my favorite part about this figure, which was that kind of is kind of neat. This is said, I can't even get her into some kind of pose just to look cool for my final shot. I mean, that's something I try to do with all my reviews. That, you know, to make at least try to make them look good. But this Red Widow figure, yeah, no, this is an exercise in futility. So, yeah, I'm just gonna park her back here because honestly, yeah, unless you are going for unless you need these legs. Seriously, unless you need these legs, I can't recommend either of these figures. Maybe Ikaris, because the head sculpt is pretty cool. He's got all this neat sculpting to it, and he does look like an arrogant jerk. So, I don't know. If you want to have someone and you're doing a cosmic display, you know, he'll look good in the background. Alright? He'll look fantastic in the background. If you're doing a shelf with Kirby characters on him, there we go. Okay, you're doing Kirby figures, he's great to have, and he is very Kirby-esque in all the right ways. So, cool. And as opposed to Red Widow, he can stand. You have no reason for this figure in your collection. Seriously, this is just a poorly executed figure in every sense. And it's a shame too, because I could actually think, you know, maybe if they decided to do like a Crimson Cowl figure, this cape might make a return, which would be an absolute crime, because this cape restricts any kind of fun this figure could possibly have. She can barely hold her weapon. I mean, she's using the Shriek body, which isn't a bad body. I'm just thankful I didn't give her goddamn high heels. I mean, seriously, that's the only thing that would make this figure any worse. So, yeah, barely hold the weapons, can't stand. Only way we can use it is if you take off the cape accessory. The hood design doesn't let her look up. Yeah, this is going to be a top 3 contender of most disappointing figures of the year. I hate for things to get worse, but I can't recommend that figure at all. Again, only if you need the legs. That's the only reason to buy her at all, which is a shame, because it's kind of a cool character concept. But let me know your thoughts down below. That's what the comment section's before. If you were entertained by this video, please hit that like button. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Please let me know if this helped you dodge a bullet. Please let me know if this somehow still convinced you to it, because I would love to get your thoughts on that. But we got more things on the way. We got more Legends on the way. I've got orders being shipped to me from Hasbro, from Big Bad Toy Store, and all kinds of cool places, so please join me on this journey. Hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, until next time, take care. Peace.